Hey, how's it going, guys? Blue Tempest here, and welcome to my manga haul for September 2022. I have 55 volumes of manga to show you guys this month, which I am very excited about. I managed to add one of my holy grails into my manga collection this past month, which is pretty exciting, and I also got some really good deals on some manga as well. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy the pickups in this haul video. And before we get into it, I do want to say, if you enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like and also to subscribe to the channel for more manga content just like this. And also make sure to follow me on all of my social media links, which are going to be listed down below. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into this manga haul with my Biz Media pickups. So to start off, we have 2 volumes of Dr. Stone. So as you can see, I have volume 8 right here, and then the latest volume, volume 22. I did order this entire set quite a while ago on Right Stuff, so I was just waiting for volume 8 to come back in stock. And then volume 22, like I said, is the most recent volume, so they also sent me that one. And I've heard some amazing things about this volume in particular. A lot of people have said that this is probably one of the best, if not the best, Dr. Stone volume. So as someone who has only watched season 1 of the anime and just want to get into the manga, I cannot wait to binge this series once I get all of the volumes, because this series already ended, so it only has a few volumes left. And yeah, I am going to just go ahead and binge the entire series from beginning to end once my set is complete of Dr. Stone. And then sticking with the Shonen Jump pickups, I picked up 2 volumes from a series that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and that is Strawberry 100%. Now, this is a series that I started collecting a few months ago, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue collecting it just because a lot of these volumes are really hard to find. But I started reading the series and I've been enjoying what I've read, and I just so happened to find these 2 volumes for under retail online, so I went ahead and snagged them up. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to collect this entire series, so wish me luck. All right, and next up we have a pretty interesting series. This is something that I did not expect to pick up. I honestly really knew nothing about this series, but my good friend Prof Otaku, who is also a fellow manga tuber, you guys should definitely subscribe to him if you haven't already. He was actually the one who recommended this series to me, and he was the one who actually sold me the first 7 volumes. And that series in question is Yakitate Japan. Now, this is a series very similar to Food Wars, as it does have to do with like competitive cooking and stuff like that. But this series actually focuses on bread baking, if I'm not mistaken, which is really intriguing, really interesting. I'm not sure how I'm gonna like this series, as I haven't read a lot of food manga, but I have watched a little bit of Food Wars, the anime, and from what Prof explained to me, this is a little bit better than Food Wars, so I'm really looking forward to it. I do like some slice of life here and there as well, so I think I'm gonna really enjoy the series, especially because the art and the covers just look really nice. I mean, this has that kind of classic shonen art style, which I tend to gravitate towards. So yeah, Yakitate Japan, really looking forward to reading this and trying this out with the first 7 volumes. And thank you, Prof Otaku, for hooking me up with an awesome deal on these volumes. And speaking of awesome deals, I managed to add one of my holy grail manga series to my collection, like I did mention in the intro to this video. And if you did watch my last video, which was an unboxing of the series, then you will already know what it is. But the series is Zatch Bell. This is a series that I have talked about numerous times on my channel, and it is a very nostalgic series for me, and I've always wanted to have an entire set of this in my collection, but this series is very difficult to find in the aftermarket, and also very expensive. But a good friend of mine over on Instagram, Heaters Inside, he reached out to me and gave me a really good deal on his set of Zatch Bell, and I just had to scoop it up. So I do want to say thank you again to Heaters, and if you want to see a full in-depth look and just reaction of me unboxing that package, definitely check out my last video. I do show all of the covers and stuff like that in that video, so I'm not going to be showing the covers of all 25 volumes in this video, but there will probably be some b-roll on the screen right now showing you the volumes on the shelf. But yes, Zatch Bell, very excited and glad to add this to my collection. And that does it for all of my Viz pickups for this month. So let's get into some of the other publishers, starting with Kodansha. We do have Blue Lock Volume 2 right here, which I still haven't read yet, but I did really enjoy Volume 1 of Blue Lock, so I am very much looking forward to getting into Volume 2. I don't really have to say much about the series as it has a lot of hype surrounding it right now. So yeah, very happy to have picked this one up. I also got the second hardcover for A Silent Voice. Now this is such a beautiful release from Kodansha. The quality is amazing and this completes the series for me. So yes, this is an amazing way to collect A Silent Voice. And since I did receive this past month, I went ahead and read all of A Silent Voice, and man, it is a beautiful story. I absolutely highly recommend the series to you guys, but I'm sure you guys have already heard about it as it is really popular. It also has a very popular movie adaptation. So yes, I'm very glad to have picked up A Silent Voice in this format. There's also a lot of extras that are added into these hardcovers, such as like interviews with the mangaka, explaining certain things in the manga, and also some colored pages. We also do have the original one-shots for A Silent Voice in these hardcovers, so a lot of extra content which I don't think you can get anywhere else in a physical format. So I am very glad to have picked up A Silent Voice. And because I absolutely loved A Silent Voice, I also went ahead and picked up To Your Eternity, which is a series by the same mangaka. I've heard a lot of good things about To Your Eternity, so I've been kind of holding off on getting into the series because I wanted to read A Silent Voice first. And yeah, I did read this volume. Very interested in this series. I do need a few more volumes so I can really get into what this series is really about, but I did enjoy this first volume and I'm looking forward to reading some more of To Your Eternity. It seems like a very interesting story. So yeah, really glad to have finally started picking up this series. And then also from Kodansha, I got a very interesting series that I've heard some really good things about, especially from Suki Notes. So this is a series that I've been interested in because of her recommending it in her videos, and that is Genshiken. So I did collect the entire series here. The first volume is in this omnibus from Kodansha, and then I do have the singles for the rest of the series from Del Rey. So yeah, I got this because my good friend Morgan, she was selling these, and I just went ahead and picked them up for a really good price. So thank you again, Morgan. These aren't in the greatest condition. I think some of these are ex-library, but you know, I got these for, like I said, a really good price, so I'm not complaining at all. I am just really intrigued to, you know, check the series out. Now, it wasn't a series that I was super interested in, but since I was able to get the entirety of it for such a good price, I figured it's got to be worth at least trying, and I hope I do really enjoy this series. I think it's like a slice of life having to do with like a school otaku club or something like that. So it seems kind of interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of comedy in this, maybe some romance, who knows, but I'm nonetheless looking forward to get into Genshiken. And that does it for all of my Kodansha pickups. So getting into some other publishers, I only have one pickup from Vertical this month, and that is Blood on the Tracks Volume 11. Man, this was an insane volume. As you guys probably already know, this is one of my favorite ongoing series of all time, and that is just cemented with each volume. And volume 11 is quite possibly one of the biggest turning points in the story thus far, which is super exciting. I cannot wait to see where this story goes from here on out. And yeah, this is just a very dark, psychological, and messed up story. So if you're into that sort of thing and you haven't checked out Blood on the Tracks, then you should do something about that. All right, so we're getting towards the end of this haul here, and we have a few pickups from Yen Press actually. And I've been starting to notice that Yen Press has been impressing me a lot more recently with some of their reprints, and just some of their quality has, I feel like, improved a lot. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm glad I'm picking up some more Yen Press series. So to start off, we have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Yes, this is a very, very popular series in the manga community. Now, I haven't read this yet, but I picked it up because I wanted to try out some different series that I've been interested in, and this is one that I feel like every other manga tuber has in their collection and is enjoying with each volume that comes out. So I want to be in the know, and yeah, I am really looking forward to getting into this series. And then the other series I picked up from Yen Press was Kakegurui, with the first volume and also volume 2. I did read this first volume and I enjoyed it, but I feel like I need a few more volumes to really solidify if I want to collect the series in its entirety. But this is a gambling manga. It's really interesting and the art is absolutely insane. So yeah, I'm really happy to have picked this series up, and I'm pretty sure that some of these volumes were kind of harder to find. They maybe were out of stock for a while, but Yen Press has done a reprint, at least of volume 1, so that's why I picked it up, and yeah, very glad that I did. Alright, and so getting towards the end of this haul, we only have a few 7Cs pickups to talk about. The first one being Gigant Volume 9. Now that I have Volume 9, we only need one more volume to have this series complete in English, which is pretty exciting. I did read the first 3 volumes of this a while ago, but I kind of stopped reading because I just want to binge the whole thing from beginning to end. As you can tell, I tend to do that a lot, but yeah, I am a huge fan of Gantz, so I am looking forward to checking out how crazy this manga gets in the later volumes. So yeah, very glad to have added Gigant Volume 9 into the collection. And then I also picked up the second omnibus for Tokyo Revengers, which does have volumes 3 and 4 in it. And I have yet to read this volume, but I am looking forward to, as the first omnibus was really enjoyable in my opinion, and I did really like the story, so I am looking forward to continuing it. Alright, and then the final series that I picked up was kind of an impulse buy for me, and that series is Captain Harlock in these amazing hardcovers from 7Cs. Now this is a 3-volume set, as you can see here. I did get the entire series, and the reason for me picking this up was because I was watching Interstellar 5555, which is an anime movie that is basically the visuals that accompany Daft Punk's album Discovery, which, fun fact, that is my favorite album of all time. I absolutely love Discovery, and I realized that that movie had the involvement of Leiji Matsumoto, who is the mangaka of Captain Harlock. So I decided to just kind of pull the trigger on these on Alibris. They were going for probably the best price that I would be able to find these for. And I did also do some research, you know, about Leiji Matsumoto's involvement in Interstellar 5555. And I read that Daft Punk was actually very much inspired by his works, especially mentioning Captain Harlock, which is very interesting. So that's kind of what got me to pick these up. I have also heard Weeabra talk about this series, and like I said before, these hardcovers are just absolutely beautiful. So very happy to add this to the collection, and I am very much looking forward to reading this series. So with that, guys, that does it for my manga haul for September 2022. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of some of the pickups that I made in this video, and also let me know what manga you picked up this past month. But with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.